What up?
What up?
Ah, I just thought of it too because my hand was sitting here all perfectly. I fucking planned on just having like just this hairy, gnarly, dirty potato in hand, just starting off with a big old crunch out of it and fucking gapped. You
Why
know.
would,
Uh,
but why would you do that? What's
well, the
about?
cool kids get it. You know
Okay.
you know.
All
You
right.
know you know.
All right.
What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing?
Oh, doing good, man. Doing good. Been a busy week, as I'm sure it has been with you. What's going on with you?
Dude, I shit you not, fucking 10 minutes before the show, I'm like, I'm gonna pop out for a quick dart. Go to slide the screen door open, just just fucking collapses out. It literally just pops out. So I'm out there, looking at the time, trying to be like, oh crap sakes, trying to figure this motherfucker out. It's come unhinged up here, it's unhinged down there, it's doing this whole fucking weird. So yeah, it's hot as balls. Can't even have the fucking door open without some kind of creatures crawling through. But it's Toys Day. I'm good, dog. How you doing?
Good. Yeah. Toys Day. I'm sorry. I removed myself from the screen real quick. I meant to hit mute
Good.
and hit remove. My bad.
I thought it was because you wanted to switch sides. Do you want the other side?
Doesn't matter. Your
Which
call.
side are you normally on? I can't
I
remember
don't
that shit.
know. I don't know. I don't know.
I think the chat likes you there, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. Yeah.
That's that's
B's
fine.
number one.
Yeah.
B's number one. Anyway, do you want to say hey to all the dudes in the chat there?
I do. I
Yeah.
do. Oh man, let's see. Suki, what's up, dude? 8-bit Mike, what's happening? Brilliant Demon, what's going on? Jonathan Mumau, what is up? Hobo Toys in the house. Let's see here. The Jazz to the Whiz, working on that thing we talked about. Hobo Toys, hello. Eric Folkarts, what's up, man? Fixed Temple, what's up, dude? Michael George, what's up? Lynn's Australia tapping in. Recycle Galaxy, Northern Kentucky. Grayskull Toys, what's up? Abaddon 40. Zimitco, Ashley Alvarado, Jason St. Paul. Man, dude, you know what? Between guests and pieces, and yeah, all right. So this is a thing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Between pieces and guests and giveaways tonight, dude, we got a lot of people showing up. Plus everybody in the chat, man. It's gonna be a good one, dude. Representing a lot of people tonight. What's up with you, man? I'll let you get through that monster bite of potato there. Headcase Toys, what's up, man?
That was a little bigger than I intended. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that raw?
Oh, it's a raw dog. That's how we do it.
Is that a Canadian thing? Or that's just
That's a me and Suki thing. Suki knows.
oh man. Well, you start hanging around with that guy, you're bound to start doing some weird shit. But here we go again, man, with another good episode leading up to the Designer Toy Festival coming up in Philly. It's gonna be a good one, dude. We got Ressinblood, Playful, Gorilla, and Mr. Dan all showing up tonight, which is gonna be great.
You know what I love about our scene, and this happened last week too. We can have individuals that if you saw them all at Walmart while doing your groceries, you'd think there's no way those three dudes would hang out together. But they fucking click like that, man. And like that's that kind of shit I just love about fucking toys, man. All the homies just finding their tribe a bit, you know?
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I was telling right before we jumped on here, because I jumped in with like 2 minutes to go. I was telling Playful Gorilla that, dude, I think Boozin' Buddies was one of the very first, like, what I consider to be like a legit program about the scene that I started watching way back when. So it's cool, dude, to have it kind of come full circle and just be someone who just started watching it at one point and then to have them on the show and to be a part of this assembly required that we got going on. Ressinblood will show some new toy today. Well, we'll see about that. I hope so. That'd be cool. Bliss, what's up, dude?
I'm always blown away by the just absurd talent in this scene, man. I know Ressinblood posted a painting a multimedia piece the other day where I guess one of the homies had framed it up. They ended up stretching something over it. And the way like it seems so casual, but they're like, yeah, I just needed to bang this shit. And I'm looking at it being like, that Krang on there is fucking stupid. Like, I guess, don't get me wrong, right? You do tattoos for X amount of years, you're bound to get some pretty darn good illustration skills, but like, and that just goes across. Anyways, like, yeah, we're just in. I get excited about this shit, dude. Honestly, the interview episodes and the collection episodes might be my favorites, to be honest.
True, dude. And we need to do more collection shows, man. Usually we put out a call to see if anybody wants to show off a collection, dude. And we should probably do that again. It's probably time. Assembly required. Matt, what's up, dude? Matt is in the house. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at, dude. We got a lot of cool stuff to show off tonight. The giveaway, man, we tried to get as many artists in there as we could this week, and we got a good number of them in there. Some really cool shit. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. Gonna be a great show. I did show you these, yes.
You did, dude. Those are so 90s. I love it. Like sticker wise, pog wise. I'm sure we all had a couple iron-ons with that kind of shit. Like that's just beautiful, man.
Yeah, the glitter
such a cutie.
And then did I show you these, dude? Did we talk about these?
You did not. No.
Magnets. This was a sticker. It's now a magnet.
No.
Magnet. Sticker.
You're just having a blast over there, eh?
Well, you know what, man? I'll tell you what, dude. We got so many stickers and magnets right now. It's almost as if someone was getting enough to pass out at assembly required. Like if someone was going to do that, that's probably the amount that they go with. I'm just saying.
You going to assembly required? Has your arm been twisted? Are you making it?
I didn't say that.
Hey, speaking of stickers and stuff, I'm going to forget if I don't do this. And I've got them sitting right here. I keep on gapping. Speaking of our homeboy Suki, the old fuck toys. Did you get one of these? I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. Yeah. Did you get one of these bad boys?
If it's full of stickers, then yes. And we showed those off a couple weeks ago.
Did we?
Yeah, It was the larger trap jaw sticker with the sword through it, with the He-Man sword through it, and then the
Grumpy Bear.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, honestly, and again, back to the toy scene just being so fucking dope, man. The fact that reaching out to a couple of those homies like Death and Strawberries and Kerfloss and Fuck Toys back in the day to come and talk some toys, and 3 years later, fucking still chilling and sitting off wicked ass fucking bingo bango. Like, hell yeah. Thank you so much, my dude.
Very
There's
cool.
a couple other freaking ma'am. And I think Suki's popped a whole bunch of these on their shirts recently on their website. Maybe I'm a crazy person. I'm going to feel like an idiot if that's the case, but I'm almost positive. So me saying almost positive.
Yeah.
This brain. Oh,
that was cool.
You were just looking so handsome. I wanted to show you off.
Well, thanks.
Go ahead.
It's my new Cal State Fullerton hat, man.
Is that what it is? Okay. I don't know what that. Fill me in. Educate me.
Cal State Fullerton, man. It's where my daughter will be attending college. So I snagged this up when we went down to her orientation. And she'll be starting there in, oh my God, dude, 4 weeks. What
kind of dad are you? You just told a whole room of toy nerds where your probably soon to be legal daughter will be going to college next year.
Oh, I'm down there a lot, so don't worry about that, buddy.
All right. You better be.
Yeah.
If not you, I will be. I'm just kidding. Fuck. Don't kill me. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, who told you? You know as well as I do, you can't get in the States, dude. They're stopping you at the border. They're like, fuck no.
I'd never crossed that line anyways. They're your children, my dog. I'm sorry I even made
not
that.
like, yeah.
Mom's fine. Children, until you're even 40, even then you'll always be B's child, and that goes for all your children. Now it's getting into a weird area. You want to pull these artists in here soon because now shit's getting weird.
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, there we go. You guys all ready down below?
Bootleg Toyco, what's up, dude?
Okay, ready or not, here you come.
I was gonna say ready or not, let's do it.
Boom. Now, I know last week it was a little bit of an episode. I might actually remove the show comment on stage, just so that way the Mr. Dan over here doesn't get bombarded by that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I like to be covered sometimes. It's fine. Like being covered in comments.
Oh, yeah, comments.
Yeah.
Dress me, daddy.
Asterisk. Oh man, gentlemen, what is happening? How was everybody?
What up? Yo, hold on. Who said that? Like, it's unlikely that the three of us would be hanging out and shit, and like that we can't be friends. Who said that?
I'm just saying, if I saw you in individual aisles of Walmart, I wouldn't then assume you're all going home to do this later. That's all.
I don't know. I think.
Well, I mean, two of us are bald and have beards. So, I mean, we're already halfway there. So yeah.
We just became best friends. You see that? You see how that works? You can't be judging.
You know, Kess looks like he's there to rob the place, anyways. So.
That's my kind of people right there.
Yeah, right.
What up, Kess? What up, Dan? I'm just salute to you, gentlemen.
How are you?
And of course, the host. My apologies. I apologize.
Oh, all good, man. All good, man. I almost feel like you're hosting this one. In a way.
Fucking go. All right, welcome to. No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
Before we do hop in, do you guys want to go around and introduce yourselves at all, or you're feeling confident everybody knows who you are already?
Don't nobody know me.
There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Playful Gorilla here. Give a little rundown of who you are for everybody at home, homie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is the Playful Gorilla, aka Alex. I'm a Philly-based toy designer. I do everything. I do everything from illustrations to logos to you name it. I do. If you're gonna pay me creatively, I got you. Just hanging out with the fellas tonight. Hopefully you have a good time. And if you guys have any questions, just you know how this works. See.
Yep. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine. Yeah, because we've never run across like paths at all, have we? Am I going crazy?
No, I feel like there's not that many toy people in Philly. I mean, there's different kinds of toy people. So, I mean, there is toy people in Philly, but I mean, I'm in this bootleg vinyl scene, and you know, like Martian Gallery. That's more like art toy stuff, and like you know, there's just HH Toys, which will be at the show. They're here, so it's like I just feel like Philly. There's no Philly toy people getting together just in Philly, you know.
That is a fact, my friend. I've been here for a very long time, and it's very few people that come and go. And I try my best to kind of keep up with everybody in Philly, but sometimes it slips through the cracks, and that's why I love what's happening right now. Just love it.
It's cool.
I mean, I have to drive the whole way across Pennsylvania to see other toy artists from Pittsburgh. So I mean, yeah, I was actually getting a tattoo by Eddie a few weeks ago. So
nice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's right.
Well, you know, I'll take any excuse to drive out to Philly and see other artists. Now I got to come out there and see you too. So
let's go. Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh's tough, right? Because there's not many things happening in Pittsburgh alone, right? I mean, I think I know another artist from Pittsburgh, but man, I can't even catch the name. It's just tough, man. Like
Pittsburgh's a great fine art area, but it's not so great for the bootleg community. I think like Hence to Meet is from around the area, but other than that, it's really there's not a whole lot going on. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Hence to Meet had he just released some stuff recently too, man. That dude was kind of quiet for a little bit, but he's got some really cool stuff, man. He does, dude. I remember a few years ago over at Designer Con, he had like some really cool like Quasimodo shit, all kinds of figures like that. But yeah, man, his stuff's cool. He does some cool stuff. He's got good shirts too.
And he's in the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like north of Pittsburgh, and I'm like south of Pittsburgh. So I've actually never met him in person, but his work is like killer.
If we're gonna talk nice shirts, Mr. Dan, are you rocking one of your freshies, homie?
You know what? I just ran 40 shirts in the last day. So did a bunch of tie-dye work and whatnot. I wanted to put some colorful on the table since I'm typically working in black and white. So got a throw up another little guy here. So if you're into some like pink and orange, we got this guy rolling around.
Beauty.
And
Awesome.
I'm gonna throw some I'm probably gonna throw some backer screen prints on some of the shirts as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in Philadelphia. I'm always a huge fan of coming out, especially since Assembly is going to be out there, because I like to try to get out to all that stuff every year.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Now, have you done the other Assembly required?
Yeah, I've done Assembly required Nashville twice. I had to take a year off for some stuff. But I'm kind of locked in and getting back into it. So I always tell Eddie I'm like I'm the dude like on the fringe of like community. So like nobody knows what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden I just like put some shit out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rock like that sometimes. It has to happen.
Yeah.
There's got to be a bit of variety out there. I think it helps cover all the bases.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Eddie, how excited are you for this, man? Because you basically go nonstop once this starts. You'll be tattooing, you'll be selling toys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad there's a show coming to town. I've been doing all the shows since 2020, just like right after COVID opened up, and I mean, there's just the closest thing to here was 5 Points, and that's not that close. And so I'm excited, man, and everyone's coming to town, and yeah, it's going to be great, man. I think Matt's doing a good job. So everyone's talking about it, and I moved back downtown in the city, so I'm living above this tattoo shop, and there's a bar next door that's pretty popular. It's called Brownies, and I've gotten asked by a few people down there on different days, like, are you doing the toy show? So I know the city kids know about it. So like I know the people in the community are starting to show me they know. So I'm excited.
Yeah, a couple local clients of mine, the same thing. Hey, I saw this. Are you gonna be there? They're sending me the post, so they're doing something good. So
yeah, I think the advertising has been going good. So it's cool.
I think all of you so far, you've all mentioned that you do stuff besides toys. And I think that's one of the cool things about this event in particular is that it's toys, right? But then there's also all this other stuff going on. How concerned are you guys about other stuff besides toys that are going on there? I mean, I know there's going to be a good variety of stuff going there, but for you personally, as far as stuff that you take, or is it toys all the way?
I mean, I just kind of. Oh, sorry, Eddie. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dan.
No, actually, I like seeing variety at shows because you get like new perspectives on stuff. So, I've like every time I see Eddie at a show, I like immediately go over to his table because he has like sick kick-ass colored stuff, and then like you walk over to my table and I'm like mainly black and white stuff, and I concentrate on the figure, but like then you'll see somebody like Playful Gorilla, or you'll see Cool Cat Toy Company. Like there's like so much different stuff. But I'm like, I want to see like what other people are like producing and like what do people make? Like why do they want to make it? Like I've never been all about like, oh, I got to sell a bunch of stuff. Like I just want to see cool shit. So
yeah, I think it's.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm there to sell some shit.
I'm gonna sell some shit too, but I want to see what everybody else's shit is.
I'm that dude. I'm bringing everything, man. I'll be that guy that you can go get stickers, pins, posters, prints, fucking dongs if I can print them in time. I'll bring everything. It's a mentality I've used over the course of years running these shows, right? Like it's my first time, so I don't know the audience yet. So this is a little bit of kind of peering behind the window. So I want to figure out what the audience looks like, and I'm almost assuming the audience is going to show up may not wrap their heads around what designer toys are and bootleg toys are and toys period. So you got to hit them over the head, and sometimes you got to hit them with something that's a little bit more manageable, a little pin, a little sticker, a little print, and that hooks them on. That next time they come looking for you, and hey, that's when you hit them over the head. Hey, do you remember last time? Here's my toys. Blah blah blah. So it's a little bit of like a thought out process of how to attack this, so that you're planting some seeds. Obviously, you're making some sales, and you're interacting with your vendors next to them. I mean, again, that's a great point of like, hey, I want to see the cool shit. I want to see that, you know, it's a little bit of that for sure. But, you know, I always try to come as prepared as possible to kind of keep that conversation alive. If I'm able to lock you in and I could talk toys with you when you bought a sticker from me, let's make it happen. That's what we kind of, you know, we got to, you know, I'm working from the bottom up, and I'm trying to get, you know, make sure that this scene kind of keeps thriving. You know what I mean?
Well, now I have like an expectation of seeing a PG thong going into brownies. So, I mean,
done and done. I got you. I just ordered some pasties 3 days ago, so I'll match them up with the thumb.
Dude, you know what? When you said that, I had a feeling Crumb's mind was going pre-order.
Yeah.
We'll drop an exclusive right here. If you want your Playful Gorilla thong, you got a little. You good? We got you. We're gonna take pre-orders and drop it in 20 minutes.
Did you say this is gonna be your first table show?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you said.
It's I call it a first year. It's my first time at Assembly Required in Philly. You know, obviously it's the first time they're doing it too, but like, what does that look like? What does a promo? What kind of people are going to be bringing in?
Right.
I for a good long time I was running the con circuit, man. I was, I think the craziest year I did 53 shows in a year or somewhere along the line.
Wow.
Every weekend it was just like, you come home, you sell, you come home Monday, create new shit, print it out, get back on the road, blah, blah, and just kind of kept going to circuit. So it's like, it's fun, and I miss it a lot. I had to slow down a lot, but I'm excited, man. I got that con bug again. Not the con crud, the con bug. It's the one you get before you go to the show. The con crud is what you fucking bring home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And like you asked, you said, like, you know, you asked if the other kind of tables were important. I think it is, and I think it would be boring without that other stuff. And there's going to be a bunch of local guys like Doomed Future. My buddy CJ, he's got a great booth and he makes cool stuff, but he doesn't really make toys. I did a collab with him, but that's about it. But he has so much cool stuff, zines and custom clothes and paintings and prints and stickers. And yeah, you know, I try to keep a lot of stuff on the table. And, you know, my life changed a little bit in the last couple of months. I moved back downtown. I got some stuff going on. So I'm doing a lot of drawing and painting. Somebody mentioned in the comics, is Ed doing any new toys? And I am. I'm working on these card backs. I'm going to do a bunch of like painted ones, but I'm actually doing 3 of these, and I'm working on them right now. These are gouache, and I got something I'm sculpting also. So a few months ago, I did this Gorgon toy. So I'm doing a toy to match this dude. And, yeah, and then I'm just trying to keep it rolling. So, but I think it's important, and I think this show looks different. You know, it doesn't look like the assembly that happened in February. It looks like a totally different creature, and just the fact that people are talking about it, and a lot of people who said they weren't going to come are coming now, and I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I don't want to mention any names, but I know that there's a couple dudes coming that said they weren't coming. So,
it should be a good one, man. They're setting it up right. You know, it's a cool little locale. The venue's dope. I've been in that venue before, and yeah, man. I hope we're all excited, because this could be the beginning of something really big here.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, if it does good, it'll happen again and again. It's going to be so much fun.
Are any of you guys going to be going to the? Sorry, B.
No. Go ahead, dude.
You going to be doing the Space Pod on the 1st?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're working on a piece now. Well, printer died, but I got a new printer coming in tomorrow, so hopefully it gets done on time. But yeah, a new fresh piece dropping on the 1st for sure. You guys showing up?
those two said they were going to be there.
I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna try, but it's gonna be getting out there on the 1st, then driving back for the 9th and 10th might be a bit of a thing. So
tough. It might be tough. Back-to-back weekends.
I mean, I can get to, I think from Pittsburgh, Philly's like 4.5 hour drive or 4 hours. I think I made it there in like 3 hours and 30 minutes last time. So yeah,
not terrible. It's not terrible.
No, I try to do all right. You know, just luckily Google Maps shows you where every single cop is, so that's good.
B, I didn't mean to cut you off, homie. What were you going to ask beforehand?
I really have no idea. idea.
Okay. Everybody doing the Philly of the future?
Yep. That's now that's happening the night before Assembly for Car, right?
6th? No, I'm all turned.
Oh no, you're right. The couple days before. Shit. I'm working on a piece for that one too. So
nice.
Me too.
Oh, damn, dudes. How do you guys balance it all? You got all these shows coming up. You got the fucking convention, I suppose, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting over this shit. Like you gotta maintain a healthy balance of, I still do client work. I still got a part-time. I still gotta take care of the kids, take care of the wives, take care of the house. And then the shit when the little bit of time you do have, when shit fucking happens and breaks, you have to plan for that too. So you always it's all notes. It's all just like, okay, I gotta make sure I got to do this. I got a checklist going on of shit I gotta fucking accomplish for the you know what I'm saying? So it's a pain in the ass. How about that? It's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, this is the first year that I've actually like started making notes on my phone of like stuff I need to do.
Same.
Like it used to just be like shotgun method. I'm like, oh, I feel like doing that, and then like all of a sudden I'm like, shit, I broke a screen in half. I don't know how I even did that, but whatever.
Yep. That's the crazy part, man. And it's like you gotta, you try to plan and it shit never fucking works out. It just happens. I mean, I'm sitting in front of a bunch of 3D prints that need to get fucking, primered and sanded and primered. It's just, you start stacking shit up. You know what I mean?
The prep for this show. Sorry, Eddie. The prep for this show was like, all of a sudden I got like 3 different chats and Instagram, and I was like, I'm gonna focus on like one. So like, I'm not doing any additional piece. Actually, I was gonna do a additional piece for the first, but I was like, I got like a landscaping business, and I got like all this other stuff in the summer before I go back teaching. I was like, I got to take some time for myself a little bit too. But I'm gonna try to do a Shane Gillis piece from Tires, because I know it's for the area. So we'll see what happens. Plus, I just think his stuff's ridiculous these days. So, and if I get a chance, I'll do a Will as well. So those will be like additions of like 5 to 10, depending on where I'm at mentally at that point. So
cool.
It's like a full-time job on top of a part-time job, sandwiched between another full-time job. It's just what it is.
You got to live some passion though, like if I didn't have a creative outlet, I'd go nuts.
Crazy. Fucking crazy.
A question for Playful Gorilla, man. I mean, being part of so many shows like that, what do you think are some things that that you have seen that just go that would probably kind of cover the board as far as types of shows? But for you, what are a couple things that make a successful show, not just for you personally, but as far as the show overall, where sometimes you just end the show and you're like, man, that was a good one. And I'm sure there's other ones that are, maybe not so good, Yeah.
Shows. I mean, look, there's a lot of factors. There really, really is. It all comes down to, I hate to say it, but a vibe, right? If you go you can go into a convention center where the vendors are treated fairly. That means that the morale of the vendors is high, right? A high morale, and that positive energy really attracts the folks dropping money, right? The people that are coming in. If you do enough conventions, you'll see that there's some artists that just sit back there and just fucking do this shit. They disappear, right? They're not engaged with the clientele. That combination of engagement between the people showing up, getting excited, and then just, talking about it after. Oh man, I went to Philly, I did this show, or I was in Memphis and I did this. It's that kind of like, you we have a job to do as artists, and it's to kind of like make sure that you're creating an environment people want to come back to. If you're an asshole, so if you get enough of those negative folks in a room, that's where it all breaks apart. You know, the people are not engaged. They don't give a damn. You know, I always tell my budding artists that, you know, you're not only selling your artwork, but you're kind of selling yourself a little bit. If people buy into you, they'll buy into your product. So a great show, in my opinion, is that kind of beautiful kind of balance of like people are excited to come in, the vendors are taken care of, so they're excited to be there. The weather is nice. The freaking, you know, it's a little bit of everything. But once you have that perfect mesh, man, there's some great shows that you go out there, they're memorable, because those are the shows that you make, you know, a nicer chunk of change. And that as a vendor, as an artist, it's let's be honest, it makes us, it takes all that creative energy that we got to get there, and it's a little, hey man, good job, you did, you know, you sold a piece. Somebody gives a shit about what you're doing, and it's for us, it's you know, that adds to a great show. I sold a lot of people engaged with me. It's a great show. So I'm hoping, you know, so far the marketing is great for Assembly for Cars. The people running it are fantastic, great communication. Like, it's great. It's cool. So I got high hopes, to be honest. I got very, very high hopes. So everybody come through. If you're listening, you're in the Philly area, you gotta stop by, check out all the artists that are there are phenomenal. I mean, you got two in here that are just mind-blowingly amazing, and you're gonna see them. You're gonna get to interact with them, shake their hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's definitely something there for everyone.
Facts. That's variety is another one of those factors, right? If you got a convention that's all, you know, illustrators, yeah, it's cool. You have a little fun, but it gets stale. You can go in there with some you know, some creative artists, some visual artists. You know, you get the digital guys. You get, you know, you start mixing and matching. What is the toy industry, right? Like, for me, I always want to. I've been at it for a long time, and I've seen the highs and I've seen some very lows, but it's the same thing. Like, it's such an awesome niche industry that, like, we all love it, man. We all go in, and that passion, and to be in the same room with the people that enjoy the same shit that you enjoy, and you're, come on, man, that's a fucking good show.
Yeah, and you know, I would think that everything that you said is probably even you know, underline a little bit more that it's in your hometown, and especially if you guys are all from there, I'm sure there's a sense of wanting to put on a good show, just from it kind of being on your home turf area.
Sure. Yeah, that side of it, right? You're putting everybody in the same room. Like, like, if I go, like, they're part of like checking everybody's shit out. It's like, oh shit, like, that's fucking badass, and I fucked up because my shit is not badass. It makes you step up your game a little bit. It's a fun fucking, you know, back and forth.
Yeah.
You guys you've been creeping a bit? You've been doing some creeping, seeing what the other homies are making?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always checking what everyone's doing, but you know, and I like what Playful Gorilla said. Like, it's like some of these people that buy this stuff off you, you know, some of them are like, you know, I don't know, I don't want to say timid, but like some people, they're not artists, and you have to take that extra minute to pay attention to someone, and people come to see you. You know, I learned that over the last couple of years. Like, people watch on social media, and then like you might not know them when they walk up to you, but they've been watching you, you know, and like you have to maintain relationships and stuff. I just think it's important that people have a good experience at your booth, you know. I try to work on that.
Dude, I think that's one thing that Playful Gorilla said too, man. He's, you know, not only can you buy stuff from artists, but I think the engagement, I think probably, you know, and the accessibility to the artist, I think just in the scene overall, I mean, it's really at a maximum, right, at a show where you can actually go up and shake somebody's hand. But it's one of those things, man, where, you know, there's not a whole lot of scenes out there. I guess you could probably pick and choose, but where you have that type of access to an artist who's going to be at a show, and it's stuff that's usually, you know, sells out pretty quick or whatever it is. But as you know, not being an artist and just being like somebody straight off the street or a collector going to see it, it's really kind of a surreal thing once you know about the scene a little bit. So it's going to be a cool thing, man, for everybody involved. You know, I know that there's a lot of designer toy stuff going on. stuff that I'm not all that familiar with, but I'm kind of glad in a way that I'm not familiar with it, because I think we're all going to be familiar with it by the time it's over. And I think maybe the designer toy scene is maybe saying the same thing about this, the kind of the bootleg indie toy art scene. So it's going to be cool, man. Look forward to it for sure. What are you working on there, Kess?
I'm working on a comic that I've been doing. I don't know how to do this. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so now you're doing comic books.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Well, yeah.
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. You're a maniac, dude.
That is killer, Cass. That is fucking killer.
I got in trouble. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. I got in trouble for something, and I'm on house arrest.
36 minutes we made it. At 36 minutes we made it till you talked about it. I was wondering how long it would take.
I was wondering the same thing. I was getting tattooed and I heard all about it, and I was like, I don't know if he'll bring it up or not, but I love the brutal honesty in life.
Go ahead, Ed. Tell us your story. Let's hear it.
It comes in sterling silver and suede.
He went to Jared.
Yeah. So anyway, I got in trouble for something. So I'm still allowed to go to work every day, but I work in the tattoo shop downstairs also. So and I just been home a lot. So I made some figures the other night and I brought them home, and that's how this got made. So what's the name? There's certain things I want to work on that I haven't been able to. I mean, like, I got my vinyl stuff. I got a new vinyl that's in the works, but I got all my vinyl, and I'm going to paint some more vinyl for the show and everything. And I also like to do sculpted, like smaller characters, like I showed you. So I'm working on some of that stuff, and I'm doing some 3.75s, and I'm making stuff like this. Like, some of these are going to be there, and
nice. Yeah.
The stuff I have around that I've been making. So, yeah. And
those are good sellers for you, dude. Those things always sell.
Yeah, they do good. Thank you. I only actually have one left from that last batch, so I'm gonna make some more. I got all the stuff to make them. So yeah, I don't know. I got some time, so I've been wanting to draw more, just draw. So and work on some other kind of painting, like I've been doing gouache instead of like some other shit. So. Yeah, I don't know, but I got a bunch of paintings for the show and everything. What I don't have is T-shirts, and I might, I do my own, so I might put a project together. But like Crumbs, you were saying earlier, like, how do you do it? It's like, that's how I do it. I like prioritize, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can get T-shirts done because I got this other stuff. So if you load too much on, you won't get anything done. So yeah.
I always say I have a good work ethic, and then I see Eddie, and I'm like, damn it. Like, I can pump out some work, but this man's a different type of beast.
Beast.
I mean, I just don't know what else to do, Like, I don't know. If I don't do this, I'll, like, go drink or something, or, like, go fucking, I don't know. Like, what else would I do, And everything's an experiment for me. It's like I've never really drawn a comic book like this. So I was like, I'm going to do it now because I got the time. So, and I'm having fun, and I think it looks cool. So, like, I'm having fun looking at it. So it's hard.
Has 2 online art shows, an art convention, but he's going to do it. He's got the time.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe of printing some of it for the show, like maybe make a little one real quick. So maybe spit out a couple at the print shop,
There you go. I'm not even gonna ask you about your haircut. We're gonna skip that. We'll move on to something else.
Well, are we gonna move down onto the sideburns then?
Nah, we're not even gonna talk about that. We're not even gonna talk about that. Dude, I think
it's all fresh. It looks fresh though. We're not teasing. It looks fresh.
No, it's different. It's different.
It's different.
I had long hair for so long, and I was like, I want to do something with this hair. Like I was gonna cut it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll like do something else. So Allison and me came up with this like mohawk dreads dyed. There's like dye in it somewhere. There's leopard print in the back, and I don't know. I was just getting crazy. So
Do you still have the bottle cap in it?
yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
Let's
I ain't gonna lie. If I had hair, I'd be doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I know, right? Like,
that's kind of what took me out. I said, look, Playful Gorilla and Mr. Dan, they go to the same barber, that's for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's cool.
but I did this bad boy in the shower today. It was great.
Yeah, I was
5
gonna say,
minutes.
Gentlemen in our age range, that's a common thing. That's no big thing.
Look, you said that shit about Kes's hair. Don't come at me, motherfucker. I hear it. I hear it creeping and crawling.
I got nothing to talk about.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah, I got nothing to talk. I'm hanging on for dear life, man. My next step is that, and that's
we all did it, man. We all did it. We hung on to the last possible second.
Yeah.
I was trimming a dead tree for years, and I just finally said to hell with it. Like.
And like I got like really good healthy hair, so I'm just kidding. So I like to use it.
You see where you started? You see where you started?
Dude, he said, "I'm just kidding." You are not kidding. You're dead serious about that.
You open that closet up at home. There's all kinds of products in there. Deep conditioners.
Yeah. I got custom blow dryers.
DNS, what's up? Let's go around the room real quick, starting with you, Mr. Dan. Who are you guys looking forward to seeing? Because I know that's got to be hard going there as an artist. I think we asked some of the artists on the previous couple of weeks, man, like, are you bringing somebody with you to watch your tables so you can go kind of walk around and see what's up? Because I know that's always an issue. But who are a couple of the people that you're looking forward to seeing out there that maybe you haven't met before or haven't seen in person before?
Well, honestly, I've never met Playful Gorilla until today, but I've been checking out his work, and I always like to see like what's new from Eddie, Cool Cat Toy Co. Honestly, I always say that I'm on the fringe of stuff, and like I look at people's stuff all the time, but I'm like I just like want to like walk into a room and like be surprised by stuff that's in there. Like I wanted to see if like somebody else is like doing like the amount of screen printing that myself and Eddie do, or is somebody like incorporating like different techniques into their work that I never even thought of. And then like don't even get me started about like table displays, because like I'm always like real fascinated by like the different setups. So I can't really say like who I'm really like excited to see, but I'm kind of just excited to see everything as the whole. To give you the blandest goddamn answer possible, it sounded like. So
no, that's cool, man. I get it. The whole thing is kind of overwhelming when you walk into it, but yeah, anyways.
It is.
I think that's funny what you said, dude, about seeing Playful Gorilla too, dude. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like when we started this chat and I was asking people from Assembly Required if they wanted to be in it, and I saw Playful Gorilla say yes, my first reaction was the Playful Gorilla. And then I looked on that real quick and I kind of scrolled real quick, bro. And I'm just saying that. I don't want to make you feel fucking weird or anything, but the reason I say
don't
that.
worry, I'll cut you the check. I got
it. Yeah.
You said it perfectly.
Like I said, dude, when I first came in here, and still here's what I think is impressive, dude, is when you were doing some lives, I would see the numbers that are in your chats that are in the chats on the lives. Dude, I still don't think that we've been around for 3 years now, dude. And I still don't think that we've got up to that number before. You realize like once you start doing it, how hard it is to get that many people, even if it's under 100, dude, like 60 people, you're like, holy shit, I'm looking at it right now and I'm seeing 35. And I'm just like, that's pretty damn good, dude. That's great. Good for us,
Dude, it's hard. You know it. You guys been doing it. It is absolutely hard. To me, it all comes down to being genuine, man. Like you be you. People will be attracted to you. This is gonna, it was very organic how we grew. We started with, I think the first show we ended up with like 7 people. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
And at our heights, man, we were up there. I can't remember what the highest viewership was and you know, it also helps that you invite bigger and bigger artists, and the community starts growing. The community starts seeing what you're doing, and it's, you know, it's hella fun. I appreciate the kind words, dude. Seriously, I'm sorry I got distracted, but I appreciate that. It's always weird to hear it because I'm just like, dude, I'm a regular dude. We doing the same fucking shit. Like let's fucking rock and roll. Let's have a good time. You know what I mean? Like we try to keep it. You try to keep it kind of, you know, like chill. And I truly, you know, you sometimes forget what you've done. Like we're always, I don't know about Dan and Kes, but we're always thinking about the next thing. Like, oh shit, I got to come up with the next idea, the next thing. You kind of forget the path that you've been on. So I appreciate that, man. It's dope. It's been fun, and like I told you off screen, I fucking missed the shit out of it. Like this, to me, this is my element. I love this shit. You know what I mean? So if I'm talking too fucking much, and be like, yo, Playful, shut up, fuck up. I'll try.
You know what though? Like I think it's like you go through like so many things when you think about like your next idea or like who you want to see at a show. Like, you know, I saw Yo-Yo Dine pop up, and like that's like my table mate at shows for life. Like he's like you know, he's like the godfather of the bootleg toy scene here at the, you know, because he's just like such a wealth of information. But you know, it's just like, I don't know, it's super rad because like when I put my stuff up like next to his, like it's totally different shit. So like he'll have like, he might have some little bantas there, maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying what's at his table, but you know, but like little bantas next to you know, some redos of the Jonestown action or the Jonestown drinks. You know, those will be. I'm doing a limited run because I've been asked by multiple people in the Philadelphia area to do some. So, you know, I had to go back to a few originals here. You know, I also got let me see. I got one more here I can show you. Here, we got some feral cats as well. I know they're running around in Philly just as much as in Pittsburgh. So,
those are badass, dude.
Well,
cats. Dude, I think one of the pieces that I have from you is it's a Heaven's Gate. And what I like about that, dude, is for people who don't know anything about that, it's just say, oh, look it up, dude. Like, look it up and research it. And you see how bizarre that shit was. You know what I mean?
It was, man. It was nuts.
I love cults. And there was actually like one piece from Eddie forever ago that had like the leader's face in it. And I was like, shit, I should have grabbed that. But, you know, what should have better, you know?
Remember that? Yeah, I forgot about that.
Hey, I noticed something in the comments right now. Suki says, notice lately at some cons that the table display trend is going super vertical, which I've noticed that too. And it makes sense, right? Like you got a 6-foot table, 6 foot is 6 foot. A lot of people have way more room than 6 foot or a lot more stuff to put on there. And it's hard to start layering stuff, but then going up. How much time and thought and effort are you guys putting into that portion of the show? Your actual display. I know, Kes, you bring I'm sure you'll have the neon sign out there.
Yeah, I mean, I just have stuff I have show stuff. I have big Tupperware bins and my banners. I have a few different banners, and I call it for what the booth size is and what kind of show it is. So according to the show, you know, so I know what this place looks like, and so yeah. It actually just reminded me of something, but yeah. So
he's thinking. See,
yeah, I'll bring what it calls for, and also I'm home, so if I need anything, I'll go run and get it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like booth appearance. I mean, it also has a lot to do with your brand. Sometimes you can't just change your whole booth because, like, you know, your brand's another way or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, but I like to keep fresh banners and stuff coming, and recently I've been painting them. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a per con thing, right? Like I said, you got to go vertical. If you bring enough stuff, I guess what you bring and what your what your you know, what your artwork is, it to me dictates what I bring. So if I have wall hangers, I'm gonna bring some, you know, some 6 foot walls, and make sure that everything has thing, and you know, everything has a space. You have to really maximize. You know, you have all of 5 seconds and 6 foot of space to try to negotiate a deal with the next person. So it's like, how can you impress them? You bombard them a little bit. Give them shit to see that they've never seen before. It'll catch their attention.
Yeah, I mean, I just bought like black cubes a while ago that I can like build up and do like whatever with. So like, maybe I'll change that at some point, but it ain't going away anytime soon because it seems to be working. So like, I don't know, I'll probably throw T-shirts in some of them this time, and I think you're right about the vertical displays. Like I mean, in Asheville in February. They were going like 30 feet. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see anything more than like 10 foot tall, but how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some shows have like restrictions and shit like that. Like, some people get, hey, but somebody, I mean, these are all indie guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting really cool on table displays. I'm excited to see. I treat cons like I do movies, bro. I don't watch any trailers. I want to be that little kid that walked into seeing the movie for the first time. I want to do the same thing with cons. I want to go in and just experience the moment, like if I didn't know what the hell was going on beforehand.
Right.
To me, the spoilers kind of suck. So I want to show up to Mr. Dan's booth and be like, "Holy shit, you're here!" Fucking, that's the kind of shit. To me,
I actually want you to walk up to my booth or up to my table and be like, just like flip the table over, like everything just flies everywhere. I'd be like, nice.
I'll bring some confetti guns. Bah! Hey, Mr. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, we make this shit popping. We make it fun. You know what I mean?
If you decide to flip the table, I need a Philly cheesesteak as payment. That's all I ask for.
Say less. Done and done.
Dude, a nice Philly cheese. That would be great from Philly, right?
Wait, y'all, come on, man. Like, we gotta bless you guys with some cheesesteaks, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta do it. Like, you gotta have one if you haven't had one. And I got you, Mr. Dan.
Where do you like to go?
I'm a Joe's guy. All right, I love me a fucking Joe's Soda Shop joint. There's one right on fucking Frankfurt and Georgia. There's one up here in the Northeast too. That's like fucking good. It's really fucking good.
Yeah,
one of the best.
I say to people ask me that, and I'm like, you know what? I like a cheesesteak from a regular corner pizza shop.
That's it. See?
Like
sometimes you just get that crank, that feel like, I don't want to. I give me the fucking give me New John's pizza. He got the dough. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me those are so good, bro.
You know what's weird? It's like when I'm out in LA, I go to order pizza. It's got to be like Papa John's or Domino's. But in Philly, I order from fucking a place called Angela's, which is owned by a family, and there's only one of them. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like real, you know what I mean?
Eddie, let me stop you right there, bro. Did you say you come to California and you order Papa John's pizza?
No, I say every time I try to order pizza in LA, my only options are like some bullshit.
Oh, that's horrible, man. That's horrible.
There's some good pizza out there.
Dude, hey, real quick, just because it was kind of going off in the chat a minute ago, dude. We didn't even address this at the beginning of the show, dude. Hulk Hogan, Osborne, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Michael Madsen.
I know.
God.
What's going on?
What brutal, dude. I don't know.
So, it's fucking, I got a theory, right? You know how like old people are grumpy and fucking like just pissy motherfuckers? I know why now, man. All your heroes start fucking dying. By the time you're fucking 70, 75, 80 years old, you don't know none of these new motherfuckers. And you want to fucking, slap the shit out of everything. I get it. We're in the fucking transition right now of losing all our fucking heroes.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. I was on my back porch earlier listening to Ozzy. Yeah, my kids are in the pool. We're just hanging out, listening to some Ozzy, and that's like some sad. Then you pick up the phone, and you're like, Hulk Hogan died, and like Hulk Hogan was a lot of things, but anybody that says he wasn't like a pioneer of modern wrestling is an idiot, because that dude did a lot for that industry.
Dude, I was telling somebody today that I think probably, Wrestling Superstars, the cartoon, was one of the earliest cartoons I can remember watching. But I think, besides my dad being my first hero, I think it was probably like Hulk Hogan, dude. Just like the image that he projected back in the mid 80s was just fucking insane, man. Likewise with Ozzy, dude. Remember how when we were younger, like how taboo Ozzy Osbourne was, man? Like,
Yeah.
he was like the dude who bit the head off of the bat. Like, that's what we knew, right? And it was just all this bizarre shit. And then as we get older, we're like, fuck, man, Black Sabbath is dope, man. They got some dope shit, But anyways,
it's just like wild, like watching, a few weeks ago, you're listening to him sing War Pigs with Black Sabbath, and then that he's dead. You're like,
Headcase Toys says Hogan is getting an eternal camel clutch from the Sheik. I have a feeling that the Sheik will humble Hulk Hogan, and if you don't know what that's about, look that up. Look up Iron Sheik humbling people.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fucking there's a divide over everything nowadays. But the whole Hogan shit is, you grew up with him. You gotta, like you said, like they were the top three, right? For me, it was Hogan, Warrior, and fucking Giant. Those were the fucking the heroes, right? And
I love Ultimate
grow up
Warrior.
and they become shitty people, but whatever. You can't deny what.
I think you have to, like, in that instance, you have to separate the character from the person, because they were paid to play a character.
Yeah.
So like, is the character diminished because of the person? I'm sure in like a lot of people's minds, probably, but like that's like a childhood memory for me. So, when you hear that All-American just like blaring out, like what's the first thing you think of? Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off.
Oh, straight up. So when stuff like this happens, man, do you guys ever feel the need, because there's some accounts out there that like to capitalize on, and I'm not saying it's wrong, because I think it's great, just like current events, and it's a thing to be like the first person who gets something out. But when something like this happens, we saw Healy Maid drop that SWWF 4-inch vinyl wrestler today, that Hammerhead. That's something that he's had in the works for a while now. I know that for a fact, but today it just happened to be maybe the timing of the death, maybe that pushed up that release a little bit. But
it's a smart business strategy.
What's that?
It's a smart business strategy.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I agree, man, and I think that one
also,
is like some really good timing, because he already had that made. And that thing sold out really quick, dude. I caught it like an hour afterward and had to do a fucking pre-order on it.
He didn't need to do that, and they're gonna sell either way because they're dope. So but yeah.
Well, you got those assholes who try to make a profit off of someone's death, right? Like I've been in situations where like, I did a Roddy Piper piece literally 2 weeks before he passed, right? Clients, somebody had ordered. I had to order a bunch of merch. I had to do a bunch of shit, and I go to a show that weekend. Of course, the news passed, and it was just like people right away. Oh, I'm like, not Doug. I've had this for weeks now. Like this wasn't even a thing. And to me, after that, kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah. So I try my darndest. Unless it's like a memorial piece of something, like I get rid of it. I don't try to. I try never to profit off for somebody's death. Fuck that shit. That's
okay.
Yeah, I don't try to profit off the singular person, but I try to profit off like the mass casualty death. Like cults and shit. Like that's the.
That's okay. I'm down with that shit.
Like cults and shit.
Minimum 3 people. You know what I mean? And then you're good.
Yeah, right.
I remember when Chris.
Now you're like daring somebody to get that guy in Iowa that killed like 4 people. Jesus.
Yeah, imagine that you go to a booth, it's nothing but like fucking serial killer shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, you good?
Oh, dude, there's an account out there. I don't know if I've actually found.
Oh, is it that Straight to Hell 666 account?
It might be. There's one on Etsy where it's just like nothing but serial killers, and they're like carded 3.75s, and they're all like reasonably priced. But that's the first thing that I noticed. I'm like, man, they got a fucking roster right here.
I mean, listen, there's an audience for any fucking thing, bro. That's true. You want to do fucking, serial killers that only wear fucking socks on their dicks? Go for it, because they fucking will sell the shit out of everything, bro. There's somebody out there be like, yo, this is amazing. How much? And they'll fucking pay you for it, bro.
There's just like this one dude who
category of
bought the
killer.
entire stock. It's just like up on his wall going the whole way across. Just like the sock dick killer, you know?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If somebody fucking does a line of serial killers with just their socks on their dicks and don't give me fucking credit, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh man.
Shit, we might have to do that for our assembly of God. Just one, a one-off. Who would you do? Who would be your first one in line? Serial killer with a sock on his dick.
You know what, man? I don't know who fits in that category. You know, I'd have to do some research on that probably.
I just watched this documentary about this, like these 3 different guys in LA that were killing hitchhikers and stuff, but young boys, and it was like there was one of them. One of his names was Bonnet. That was his last name, and like they killed like 56 people, dude, and then they put him in jail, and he got the life, and fucking. Then there was another dude, like, I don't know if he was so much as a copycat or just, so there was 3 of them actually in a row. It was a really weird documentary.
There, you got it right there. Bonnet with the sock on it. That's the first release, bro. There it is.
Hey, that many murders, at least one of them had a sock on his dick.
I know.
I mean, were you there? He might have just been killing people with a sock on his dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know this shit. This neither confirmed nor denied. So let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I feel like Ted Bundy would be like a good candidate for that, you know? Like
Bundy definitely killed.
He was like an attractive dude from what I read. You know, I don't look, whatever. But like he probably he didn't put the sock on the doorknob, he put it over himself, yeah.
That's just that pocket
why is everybody fucking following along with this? This is the shit I'm talking about. We can tell the shit out of this. Look at this. Look, Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Halfway there.
Oh man.
I always just wonder, like how the fuck do you do it? Like how do you just like
put a sock on your dick? Is really
no, like Bundy's just like leaving bars and then like
the killing part. Yeah, that's fucking
it's just,
the sock's the coping
part.
mechanism.
I thought you meant the sock part.
I thought you meant the sock part. I got the sock part. I mean, I'm not a serial killer, but on occasion, that may happen at this household. All right, just throw it out there.
Somebody's gonna do this, dude.
Playful Grill is only selling socks at the at assembly.
Yeah.
Required, so.
Well, shit. Now everybody's gonna think twice on where those have been, right?
There's blood at the top and fucking cum at the bottom. It's a weird thing, you know.
Cock socks.
Cock
Playful Gorilla.
Cock
Yo,
socks.
shut the fuck up. I'm gonna bring cock socks.
Cock
Fucking
socks.
assembly required, and I'm gonna do one of the motherfucking serial killers. I'm doing one. I'm gonna do a one-off serial killer with a sock on his dick. Y'all get to decide who it is tonight. All right, so start the votes. Mario. Yeah, you missed out on the great conversation about
Cock socks.
Yeah, you're just in time, man. Things are just getting good. Fuck sakes. Oh,
yo.
Right.
Real quick, Mario Boba. He just released some of those space Vatos, but the Star Trek ones, and they came out clean, dude. They look seamless. They're very, very nice. Going back to the show, man, as far as prep goes, where are you guys at in the process of saying like, okay, this is enough shit to bring, I'm done? Eddie, I know that you're probably going to be working until the minute you're walking out the door to go to that place, but Mr. Dan, where are you at in that process, man?
I'm just kind of like producing what I can when I can, and whatever it is, it is. Whenever I get out there, I want to produce like 30 more figures just to like bring out with me, because I usually like bring a ton of stuff, and then like I just kind of show the table of like looks pretty minimal, but like I got the stock underneath. But I always try to like make my setups like more toy centric, but then I'll walk to somebody else's table and they'll sell a ton of stuff and they put like the entire world like out on their table, and I'm like, man, maybe I should do that at some point. But I'm pretty chill and ready to go whenever. I just kind of dig it. So
I got a feeling it's going to be good.
Oh, like the show in general?
Yeah, I got a feeling that like my vibe on it and like the feedback I've been getting around here, I'm like, I think it's going to be good. So
I'll tell you what, man. Here's something that's very interesting. I was looking at our analytics earlier today on the show, and since we've been doing this stuff and tagging other artists and kind of getting this whole Philly thing going, or being a part of it, not getting it going, but just kind of being in that mix of kind of the marketing aspect of it, I guess you would say. Dude, I don't know if you've seen that, Crumbs, dude, but I think our reach last month was like, or in the last few weeks was like 37,000, dude. And for us, that's pretty good, man. That's definitely a spike.
Awesome.
And I think it definitely revolves around this event. And I think, just Eddie kind of being around town saying that he heard people talking about it already. I mean, I don't know how it can't be a success, dude, with everything that we're talking about and everybody that's going to be there and everything that's going on.
and it's kind of like a couple communities coming together.
For sure. I think that's the biggest draw of it, honestly, is that of course the assembly required aspect is going to be amazing, but there's going to be so much other stuff going on that entire weekend. Here's a nice lineup of it.
Sorry, just we were kind of leaning this way. I thought I would just pull it up. Like,
Yeah,
are you
for
guys
sure.
going to a bunch of these after events or anything, or like the leading up to events? What kind of stuff in here besides playing toys and meeting your peers are you guys excited about the whole designer toy festival?
If nobody is, if you haven't checked it out yet, the Wham Bam Puppet Slam is totally legit. Like Keith's show is always on point. I always try to make it whenever I do assembly required. So it'll be cool to see Toy Box and his doing his thing. So I think that's like the most underrated thing from the Asheville shows that people don't attend, but he's always spot on.
I think I'm gonna check him out because somebody was talking about it. I was like, I didn't even know it was going down. I said, all right, we got to show up, right? I mean, it looks interesting.
Yeah, it's like puppeteering has always been really cool with me because I live right beside Latrobe where Mr. Rogers was where Mr. Rogers was from, and every time I take my kids to the Children's Museum, they have all the old puppets in there. So all that old stuff. I'll send you guys some pictures here next time we go in there. So, but that's totally worth seeing, and he does put on a really, really awesome show.
Badass. Sold.
Eddie,
I know out in Nashville, it's always a big thing or a big part of the event as well. Man, what else we got going on, Crumbs? Can you pull that menu back up there again real quick? Lineup, I should say.
Menu sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is a menu with stuff on here.
Nice. Thursday kickoff looks like. That says the kickoff. I thought that said Thursday. August 8th, artist meet and greet. Oh, that'll be cool. I'm not sure what he said.
Oh, yeah.
He'll send you right back.
Yeah. Nice. Artist meet and greet, dude. What's that all about?
Yeah, what is that?
You guys looking forward to that?
Well,
yeah, it's usually just a chill at a bar and just kind of meet the other people involved in the show. I always end up having really good conversations with the other artists involved, and then the next day I'm like, oh, so I can put a name with the product.
Oh, we're hosting. Yeah. Oh, there's a party being hosted at Jay's place at the Space Lab. Yo,
yes.
If y'all know Jay, y'all need to link up with this man ASAP. If you haven't been to the shop, stop by the shop. So if you're gonna be in town, please, you gotta come through this. I realize what it is. All right, so it's at the space. This is a party before the night or the show kicks off.
Yeah,
a bunch of us are gonna show up, so you gotta come through. So it'll be a fun time.
Nice. Yeah, this was that gallery that we were talking about earlier at the beginning, the Space Lab gallery happening on the 1st, and then of course you guys are a bunch of you are doing pieces for the Philly of the Future. Of course, you were just talking up the Wham Bam. Anybody going to be doing the morning? I know when we had on Go Hero and MJ Kessel, they were talking about the morning kind of chat there, the breakfast meetup. You guys going to be attending that one? You think?
Where's that one? That's the one I don't know of.
I think I'm gonna try to attend. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Depends on how the party the night before goes.
I was just gonna say, I think for everybody, it's probably gonna depend on the night before what's going on. Retrozone Neon, what's going on, dude? But yeah, it looks like I mean that is a full slate, man. That's definitely a jam-packed 3 days there. And I think it's I thought Matt was saying that it's 6 months spaced out between the next assembly required, so which is the one in Asheville. Playful Gorilla, have you thought about doing that one? I know that it sounds like you've traveled outside a little bit to do your to do some of these shows. Have you thought about AR in Asheville?
Yeah, I mean, it's on my radar. It's on my radar. I haven't done. I slowed down a lot. I took some time off. You know, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. This show here's probably the first show I've done in quite a long time. That's on that higher echelon level of bigger shows or whatever. So if we do well this weekend, yeah, man, I can see myself going out there for sure.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one too, man. Very like concentrated show, I'd say, as far as the amount of people and artists in there. And that one's strictly there's no other like side event to that one at all. But still
straight to show.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, very nice. Well, shoot, man, we've been here almost an hour now. Anything else anybody wants to get out there about just the show coming up? Maybe some stuff you've got going on specifically for the show, or just kind of in general?
Yeah, stop by Kess's booth. Mr. Dan is going to be there in a Playful Gorilla exclusive thong, just fucking shelling out fucking bootleg toys. All right, so don't fucking mess that up. Don't miss out the show, and of course the release of the first ever serial killer with sock on his dick toy dropping at the Playful Gorilla booth.
That's actually a collaboration between Playful Gorilla and I. I'll do the print. You do the figure.
Done. There it is. Print fix collaboration. Mr. Dan just happened. Watch for the exclusive cocks on socks. Or socks on cocks.
I got these marbled speed skulls on my store for sale.
Oh, those are fucking dope.
Oh yeah, man. Eddie, you need to learn how to knit, dude, and you can be the guy who knits the socks. How about that?
Look, I've been knitting these. I might be making some of these for the show.
Oh, you did? I forgot about that.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah. Put it on, dude. Put it on.
Hold on. Let me take
Look at watch this maniac. Watch this shit.
This motherfucker.
Oh,
this is the kind of cool shit that you can only see out there. Yo, that's fire. Dude, is there any way you can make like a tubular size one, a little smaller? You know what I'm saying? That was fire though. This fucking sick. I love that shit.
Eddie, what's the deal with those?
It was just an idea. You know, I wanted to.
Cool.
I wanted to get, like I had to get these embroidered. Like I had to get the Ressinblood logo embroidered on it. So when I only ordered 5 of them. So when they came in, I went and got I had to figure out what to use. So I went and got the thread and the needles and stuff. And I just was like, let me try it out. It might look stupid. It might not work. So I don't even know if this is done. I want to do more. So I'm going to work on them. And I probably have like 3 available at the show. I'm going to make like a ski mask toy sticker box combo.
He's also dropping a mixtape at the show, so I mean I didn't want to put any pressure on him, but
I do have a feeling that Mask was involved somehow. That Mask did play a part in that. I think that's for sure. That's funny. I
mean, there's been a string of robberies in the Pittsburgh area. I may or may not have bought a mask off Eddie. I don't know. Yeah. So,
he was here for a tattoo.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Well, dudes, thank you very much for being on. I think everybody's getting pretty excited about the show coming up. Anything else? Where's that it? Boom. See? Now that's just Playful Gorilla. That's just how it happens on the show.
They had plenty of opportunity. Well, here.
No, I'm good. I already.
No.
That's a great soundbite. Whatever that right there, that was a great soundbite, man.
That is your ringtone? No, I'm good.
That would be funny. There you go. But man, that's just 3 more artists. We got 3 more coming next week already as well, right? I'll have to look at the schedule, but yeah, Retro Zone Neon, Duke's gonna be here. It's gonna be another good one, man. But I'm definitely looking forward to see what these 3 guys have at AR, man. That's gonna be God, dude. And I think at the beginning of when we first started talking about this, there was about 50 or 60 artists signed up, dude, and we've only covered just very, very few, and it already sounds like it's going to be amazing. So
and we've covered our corner. I think we all kind of keep on forgetting that, like, well, and maybe not. I'm just being presumptuous, but there's a whole other scene that like that's kind of what's happening right now, and like the 2 different scenes. There's a whole other scene that like we're not really too familiar with, that I'm very intrigued to see what that all kind of looks like, to be honest with you. I think some of the things I think that'll end up happening are exchanging of like paint techniques. That's something that's kind of universal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of these designer toys that maybe are more of the cost direction, or more of that kind of like designer art toy, versus some of our homies who are maybe a little bit more grungy and stuff like that. It's kind of like we've had, who was it? Oh my goodness. Asinine. They were talking about how, like their prints, they had a couple of prints they had to figure out like the right adhesion method, so that way they were getting the paints to work properly on that stuff. A lot of our homies for years were going over like how do you paint vinyl, and now you've got the Wonder Vinyl paints that are very popular. I think that will probably be like one of the largest extensions. Things like wax, I think will end up becoming kind of an interesting exchange. So I think we'll end up seeing some of these dudes kind of coming back with taking knowledge from one another.
Yeah,
that's going to be an interesting thing to kind of see, I think, man. Seeing something like Topher Toy paint apps on something like a Costco,
For sure, dude. And that's what's cool about it, right? Like all those things that we're talking about, all those different mediums, they're all so close. You know what I mean? Like, and they do intertwine, but maybe some people don't know it as much. And I think kind of what this one is going to really do is really kind of force that interaction between some of those, which is going to be really cool. And just like you said, dude, there's so many crossovers, and it's just all right there. You know what I mean? Like we're all different neighborhoods kind of living in the same city. And it's, this is good. This is a good town hall meeting to kind of get everybody, introduce everybody, I guess you would say.
What a happy coincidence that Ressinblood's monitor but also he's in Philly. Like what a happy coincidence. If it was actually in Asheville like it normally is, but they kind of lucked out. It's in Philadelphia. Like it's in.
Well, and that's the other thing that I really like about it just in general, dude, is that Philadelphia, as far as the city goes, and I know this from people that live there, Eddie being one of them, through sports is a big thing, but the people in Philly are very, very proud of that city, dude. And I think that's really cool, especially when something like this shows up where local artists from that area get to kind of showcase what they're about. And I think there is a big part of it, dude, where, at least for me personally, if I was an artist and there was a show coming to my town, I would definitely want to say, not only did we put on a good show, but look what my town has to offer as far as artists and stuff like that. So I'm sure that's a big part of it too, which is cool, man. I mean, there's so many good artists out there, not just in toys, but in all kinds of other stuff. So to see it all come together in one thing, dude, I think, everybody keeps saying, I hope this turns out to be a thing, dude. And it's like, dude, I can't really think of a reason why it wouldn't turn out to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like, is it safe to start talking about, AR in Philly next year? Yeah, probably. I mean, just from the sounds of it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why this wouldn't work. And I think Philly just being such a dude, it's a strong town, dude. You know, people love that city. It reminds me of Buffalo, you know, where people are just kind of blue collar. I just love their city, dude. Like, don't talk shit about Philly, you know. I don't know. It's gonna be fun, dude. It's cool. It's there's a lot going on there, and I think for, you know, all scenes involved, it's gonna be even if you're a Braves fan, it's okay to go to Philly. Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be a good one, man. It's a great city.
Hey, only because you were talking about how, you know, it's like, you know, if it's your city, you should be proud and shout out. You can throw a sick ass show. Yo-Yo Nine is actually going to be throwing a sick ass show in my little city. It's May 2026. Save the date. I'm not trying to like fucking cramp on anybody's style here. We're not trying to like ride on the Designer Toy Art Fest coattails, but yes, there's going to be a nice little show in Toronto, May 2nd, May 3rd, 2026. So
well,
I'm pretty stoked on that, man.
Dude, and it is big news, you know, and it doesn't interfere with AR at all. But I think what's really cool is that if you've been around the scene for any length of time, you know how strong the scene is in Toronto, and you know that before 2020, what it was like and what it is now. And it's, you know, we've talked about it multiple times, dude, over the last 3 years. It's like, you know, we've had conversations with people like Lab Monkey 9 and Angry Beast about shows being up there and what it used to be like and what they're trying to get it back to. By the way, if you go to the Toronto, the Toy Ronto page and also Lab Monkey 9 page, I believe if it's still on there, there's a link to their Toy Ronto shirt. The proceeds for that go to things like this, putting on events for, you know, for the scene. But
and it's cheap. If I'm not mistaken, it was like $20 right now, or like $15 Canadian.
Bro, I'll no bullshit. I got mine for $14. I don't know if they were on sale that week or whatever it was, but it's a Toy Ronto shirt, and the proceeds go to bringing shows like this back. But that's a great one, dude. Because, you know, like I said, I think you know, people who know that that's a great city and absolutely needs to have a show there to kind of showcase what's going on. But yeah.
That said, you got some good 10 box here tonight, eh?
Oh, dude.
Gold.
Oh, man. It's a good night, dude. It's a good night. We have good weeks on here. Sometimes are better than others, but the not only just the amount, but the variety of stuff this week is just, it's exquisite. Yeah, we can start that anytime you want, buddy.
I've been very curious to see some of this gold. Absolutely, to be honest with you, yeah. Let's do the smorgasbord.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'll get through them a little bit quickly. There's some stuff that I'm sure people have seen. They're just variations of stuff that's been out there, but there's two in particular that I don't have that I just got that are top notch, man.
And that's just, it's pretty rare that you have something from somebody you don't have, that you've been trying to get, that you are this excited about having, to be honest.
Dude, you know what, man? And I think anybody who has been collecting for a while, you know that there's certain artists out there that their stuff goes so fast. It gets frustrating trying to buy something, no matter if you set an alarm and you get in there and you still miss it. Like, as a collector, you're like, damn. And then after, like, you know, 2 or 3 years, you're just like, I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna, I'll try to find one on the secondary market, which, you know, is hard to find. Like Flaw Toys that we're going to see tonight, dude, you know, I don't know if I've seen one of those on the secondary market. I've never really looked for one, but they usually go quick. And I think the only reason I really got this one, I think it was a pre-order. But those ones go quick, dude. You know, Droid Foundry, that's another one that was going super, super quick. But yeah, you know, I'm just from a collector standpoint, dude, it's cool to kind of cross stuff off the list every now and then. You start seeing stuff and you're like, man, I'd like to have one of those one day. And you get an opportunity to snag some, and, you know, here we are talking about them and how cool they are.
That's how I feel every time I'm talking to DNS and his wife walks by. I'll be like, one day I'll snag me one of those. Come on.
A crown?
A wife. It was good. It was funny. Shut up.
Oh, I'm
show your toys.
All right. Man, so we'll just dive right in. So we're gonna go over the just real quick, man. Here's some latest Healy made stuff. You guys all saw these come out. That's a vinyl that just came out with that X-ray colorway. A shaman, got that. Super sick though, man. The clarity on those is just way nice. Bam. So these were released, man, I'd say a few weeks ago. I don't know if they're still on the site or not, but bam, those are very nice. Those are very nice. There's those, and I'm just going to show these real quick because I don't think these are publicly available, at least yet. Boom, blanks of both. Those are cool. How about this one, man? JDO, Deadbird Toys. This one is a Bone Ghost 3.75. And it's this watermelon colorway, which I thought was super sick, man. I have a bunch of these. I probably have about a dozen of these now, and I think this is probably one of the dopest ones. There's some other ones that have like this pearl type jazz to it, but this one is way nice. Bone Ghost, man, that's one of my favorite figures out there. If you remember, the first Bone Ghost did not have arms, and then when he added the arms and the hands to it, man, I think it changes it enough to where you want to buy a bunch of these as well. But sick, love that one. Yeah, Deadbird Toys, me too, man. So what's cool about Deadbird Toys is he's in Santa Rosa, which is pretty close to me. I've never really talk to that dude at all as far as like doing a show out here or even being on the show, but that's something I'd like to explore for sure. His stuff is super sick, man. The Bone Ghost, he does a lot of the he's got a really cool 3.75 line. He does a bunch of minis, he does play sets. He's got some really, really cool stuff. Yeah, man. The larger Bone Ghost. There's some like 5 or 6 inch vinyl Bone Ghosts. I have one of those, and it's like a smoke color. But yeah, it's a good one. Here's something else from Healy that I forgot. This one just came the other day. This is the latest SWWF, the Bib Fortuna.
That's fantastic. I don't know if I've seen one quite as elaborate as that one. That's beautiful.
Straight up, dude. These are, man, dude. It's been my favorite like line going for a while now. But all of them that he makes, dude, are just so good. And this like texturally that we were talking about has that really kind of raw porcelain feel finish to it. But the paint is super, super sick. Favorite Star Wars guy? Yeah, dude. Straight up, man. I still have some of my original figures from when I was a kid, and Bib Fortuna was one of them. And that's for whatever reason, dude. I don't know why. I think probably because just the way he is. I think what Crumb just mentioned, it's the one of more involved ones. That's kind of how I felt about the original character as well. But yeah, dude, lots of action in that pose too. Sick. Also the packaging for that one, these he always sends them separate, or it's not boxed up when you get it, but these are smooth, man. That has like that nice matte type velvety finish, and then the stamp on there. Sick. That's standard and all this stuff, but this one is a wider box if you notice that, which is pretty rare for a Healy box. Next on the list, how about this one, man? This Obaki coffin one-off from Bootleg Toyco. Dude, yeah, man, straight up, right? Like these things go so fast, dude. Funny story about this one. I don't know what the deal was, dude, but I went to Attempts Were Made. What's up? But I went to buy this one right away. Like I just happened to be online when it dropped, and I went to buy it, and it said that it wouldn't ship it to California, and I could not figure that out why, because I had bought them before. But anyways, it got straightened out, and anyways, here it is. But he's been doing a lot of these one-offs, which are super, super sick. They go really fast. It's a screaming deal. I think the original ones, there was an orange one and a green one. I think the green one sold out. It's got a lot of glow on it. But yeah, dude, Obaki Coffin's so sick. I agree, dude. This is a great piece, man. Eddie showed his Speed Skull, and when I talked to him about the Speed Skull, and I think everybody would probably agree, man, but that's one of those figures that is so cool. You can do it in any style, any flavor, whatever you want, and it's going to be dope. And I feel the same way about the Obaki Coffin, because every one I've seen is dope, man. Some of them have stuff inside of them. Some are just painted straight up. Some of them are just blank, dude, and the blank ones are super sick too. But yeah, Bootleg Toyco, bam, super sick, man. That's an all-timer as far as the figure goes, in my opinion. Next one, yeah, 2 left. All right, so these 2 are the ones that have been on my list for quite some time, and finally got a chance to get both of them just recently. One of them, by Mad Monk 1869, I've seen this Mad Trench. I've seen that all over the place, and when I show it, I know you guys have seen it too. But there's so many dope ones out there, man. Every single one I've seen, I'm just like, holy shit. I think the first person who showed me one of these was Fletch. What's up, Fletcher? I saw him in the room tonight, but I think Fletch might have been the first one to show me one of these, but they're sick. This is just the card that it comes with. And then this one. So basically what happened, he had made a post recently and said that there was some stuff available by Dre. What's up, dude? He had some stuff on lottery, and I think there was 2 of these, and I ended up getting a chance to buy this one. But anyways, this Mad Trench, this is the original colorway. But dude, I mean, get out of town with that. Truly one of the dopest pieces that I have, vinyl or resin. The look on this dude, I mean, I don't own anything much cooler than this as far as the look goes. But that is just such a damn good piece, dude. Love it. Whoa, that shit.
Yeah, that's fire, man. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and like I said, man, I think everybody has seen a whole bunch of these out there, and everyone that I've seen, dude, I'm just like, oh my God. And I'll be honest with you, dude, this ain't even the dopest one I've seen, like by far. But it is one, and it is the original color. And
that emerald paint bounce with the fucking super gloss on there, fucking black wash, the silvers, it's good. I DNS, I almost said that too, but I've said so many weird fucking things today I didn't. Yeah, that ass, man. Like, fuck's sakes. Try wiping with that shit.
Oh, man, it's so good. Yeah. Mad Monk 1869. That's a Mad Trench. If you're not following that dude, you should absolutely follow that dude. The pieces are just wild. They're super, super cool. And usually when you find them on, I thought it was a pretty good deal, man. I can't honestly remember how much I paid for it, but I know when they get repainted, like they're usually not cheap, man. But the paintwork on these are always super, super cool. Last one I got, man. Here we go. Flaw Toys. I don't know how many people know about Flaw Toys. Probably a lot. He's got like 22,000 followers or something crazy like that. But these Anatoma Strangers. This piece has been out for a while now, man. And the clarity on these, they usually go super fast. This one was a pre-order that took a while to get, but I mean, and then I got it, and the packaging is even way better. Like, I don't think I saw pictures of this packaging at all, but it's super legit. All right, so this is just the box. See that little cut right there?
Knowing what version you got, Oh, you're an idiot. No offense.
This right here? Oh yeah, 100%, dude. You know why? Because I got too aggressive with my scissors when I slit the box down, and I went, and that's what happens when you're an idiot.
I'm so sorry though. That still sucks. I don't mean to actually rub that in your face. That really sucks, dude.
You should. I deserve it. It was a dumb move.
I know which one you have, and that just makes it so much like that's a fucking beautiful one, man. Like, good grab, homie. And you deserve that, my dude.
And it's top notch. You know what I don't have, dude? I don't have my UV light to show the glow on it. I don't know if you can see the glow on it anyways. But, oh, man, dude. Dude, the clarity on it is pretty insane.
Astounding. That's astounding. Just gorgeous.
And another one, dude, this is another one that I think is really kind of in that gray area of, underground independent toy / designer toy, man. I think it's like reaching that level of designer toy.
I mean,
and maybe it already is. I don't know. Like, who am I to say that,
With a lot of these dudes, what's so tough is like, okay, so you went with a minimalist sculpt, and then you were super fucking good and attentive to detail, and you blew up. Oh no, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, it's not your fault that you fucking wrong.
Yeah. And what's really cool, dude, is so we were talking about access to artists earlier, and this guy's got, like I said, over 20,000 followers, 22, 23, 24, something like that. But I don't know if you saw in our comments, he reached out and he's just like, he didn't say it like this, of course, but he's kind of like, what the hell's Toys Alive? You guys have a show about toys, about stuff in our community. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I've been following you for a while. And I finally landed one of these, and he was pumped that it was going to be on the show. And that we kind of got to talk about it a little bit. So, yeah, bam.
That's gorgeous, man. I don't know if you've ever, Doug, again, if you've been following them for a while and you've liked their work for a while, like, I'm sure you kind of get the fact that, like, that whole flawed toys, like, it kind of plays the idea that, like, they thought a lot of their work was kind of flawed at the beginning. It was kind of like a play on that whole kind of, like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't. It's so tough. Is LM9, like, if you look at someone like their, that fucking, oh my gosh, the one with the wings there, and the microphone and the rose in his mouth. Do you know what I'm talking about? The cicada. There we go. Does that start bridging into designer art toy? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's a very good point, dude. That's a very good point. And when you look at Flaw Toys page in their store, I don't know, dude. I don't get a designer toy feel, and I probably do get more of a designer toy feel after you start seeing some of the pieces. And you could definitely see some of those pieces being like one piece on a display, and it's saying a whole lot. You know what I mean? For instance, there's one, and it's a stranger, and it's a smaller version of that, and they're holding a balloon that's going straight up. And I think you could probably interpret that a million different ways. Especially when you start doing different colors, and then putting them in sets and stuff like that. And you see a lot of that on his page. Fact of the matter is, whatever it is, the quality of the stuff is just unbelievable. Yeah, dude, it's second to none as far as that goes. Owning one is super cool. Just to be able to see the craftsmanship in it is, it's pretty crazy, man. It's a slick piece for sure.
Very good grabs, man. And again, you deserve those. Again, I didn't mean to tease you about the fucking.
Oh, no. Look, dude, I always say the time to buy it is when you see it, especially in this community, man. I mean, some of the stuff, we looked at some one-offs tonight. We looked at some pre-orders tonight. We looked at just some kind of lucky grabs all around. But I think the time to buy it, is when you see it, just because it goes so quick, dude. And if you're cool with missing out on it, that's cool. You know what I mean? And I'm just so addicted to the whole scene in general, and that has to do with like how cool the pieces are, how cool the artists are, how cool just the scene in general is, how cool Thursdays are that we get to talk about all this shit. It's the whole thing, dude. It's like the whole it's not you're not just buying a piece, it's to have and collect. It just feels like there's a lot more involved in it than that. So
Hey, speaking of cool, do you want to see something really cool?
absolutely.
Check out this little thing happening in Philadelphia. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's the
What's
Designer
it?
Art Toy Festival. Yeah.
So you're saying it's going to be some sort of festival involving some of the items we've just perused.
And a bunch of our homies and a bunch of homies we don't know yet. Like, what is this? You know what I mean?
What a good idea.
Is that? Smart. Whoever.
We should
smart.
see if some of those artists want to come on our show and talk about it.
That'd be smart. Yeah.
We'll figure it out one day.
One day.
We'll put it on the list.
Add it to the fucking list, man. Jeez Louise. And also, because we were talking about it earlier, Fuck Toys Suki has these available on here. Any of those stickers that you saw us showing off earlier, you can get them in t-shirt form if you'd like. And B was talking about the old Burial Boba earlier.
Nice.
What were you gonna say?
Nice. I knew you'd pull that out. Yeah.
Did I interrupt you though? It sounded like you were about to say something.
No. No, I was just saying I knew that you'd grab that. Oh, good one, dude. This was the sticker, correct?
I was gonna say, yeah. Did you see these new slaps they have?
Very cool.
Oh, fuck you, player pause sign. Right in the. Yeah, okay then. For freak's sakes, man. But yeah, it's always crazy to me to see like them working on this fucking size they do, dude.
Yeah. What's funny about that is, you had the minis and then you had the taller ones come out, and Healy's is kind of doing that same thing, right? Like with the SW2F wrestlers, he's got 3.75, and now they're starting to come back around with the like 5-inch version, or whatever that is, 5.6. And they're just as dope. And I would say the same things about these, which is, as far as the Star Wars ones goes, that's why I got both sizes, because they're both really, really cool. Look how seamless that is.
The kit bash on these are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're a really fun one. And actually, like you were saying, that's actually a sick cast. Like if we take into account what's going on there, being a mold fucking fiend, that's a dope cast.
Bag upside down, yes. Packaging idea, yes. Agree, dude. That would be my. Even when I get a piece that's not opened at the bottom like that, when it's bagged and it's got a header card on it, I usually end up cutting the bottom of the bag anyways, and not separating the bag from the card. So when it's, it opens at the bottom, it's more of I make it open anyways. But I agree, dude. That's would be my packaging of choice.
I don't know if you saw this, but I thought this was absolutely beautiful. LRH is going to have some physical goodies at Assembly Required. And then they're also going to be, of course, participating in the Kajiki and Cave Dweller Toys at Philly of the Future IG Takeover August 6th at 7 p.m. But I wanted to put it out there that if anybody's been itching to get some LRH bootlegs, this might be your best opportunity, because I know that them being over in the UK can sometimes play with some of those shipping costs, like somebody was talking about in our giveaway post yesterday.
Great answers, by the way, dude. Thank you, everybody who replied to that. That was
agreed.
That was great. I think we had some really good ideas in there that we can probably we'll expand on those pretty soon. But yeah, bro, look at this Deep Pruitt. I had to hit that up. There's still some left. I believe there's about 7 of those left when I snagged one. But bro, get over to the Etsy store and snag one if you've been waiting for something from Deep Pruitt, man. Holy smokes.
It's funny to me, or interesting to me, I suppose, that they've still established a style. Like if you go through their page and you see like kind of how they operate and work, and don't get me wrong, they've got variants of things where they've kind of tried 1 or 2 different versions of it. The Phantom Zero actually being a great version, like a great example of that. But I still feel like there's quite a style to the way they work.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I agree, man. And those are, the ones on Etsy, those are at the nice price too, bro. Those are like $25. Very, very cool. You'll see some other stuff on there that I didn't know that he was stickers and some stuff like that. And I didn't know that that he was into that stuff. But yeah, cool, man. Very cool.
Did you see these?
I did not.
This is just fun, man. I admittedly, I don't know what to call this color density, but I dig it. It's fun. I don't know why.
How big are those?
Well, approximately that.
Nice.
I mean, that kind of puts in perspective.
It does. You know, it's not a mini, and that's what I just couldn't tell if that was a mini. I was like, wow, that's pretty. Yeah. Hey,
Roughly, I bet.
What's that?
This is just like one of those goddess figures made out of cement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
You know, there's this place in town that's really bad for not listing the artists who make these things. That's the resin hearts are the same thing. Those resin hearts and the Pieta, the Michelangelo Pieta one.
Yeah.
For some reason, I've grabbed a bunch of stuff, but I don't know who the local artist is who does it.
I might have to have you snag me one of those.
Noted. Okay.
Real nice.
Under 3,000 or under 1,000. This was actually from the Suki sent this to me. Look at this shit.
I know, dude. Right? Oh my god! Great grab, dude. Thank you for marking that one.
Did
great
you?
One. Dude, I saw it and I was just like, "What?" I think they started following us. I think that's how I saw. Or you're right, Suki. And then I clicked on it, and that's the first figure that I saw, and I was like, "Whoa!" And at first, I was like, "Is that toe for toy?"
Interesting. But yeah, man. It's crazy to me sometimes how like just brilliant paint apps on these accounts that.
Yeah, God, that's good.
Just gorgeous, dude.
Rad looking figure too, man.
Ended up sliding over to Stoner. They started posting again recently, man. I know actually someone Snaps has a couple of their pieces. So fucking interesting and cool.
And you know what's funny, dude? People's memory. I mentioned it was a long time ago, man. When we mentioned these guys at one point, we're like, "Oh, I wonder what happened to them." Someone sent me a post from them just a little while ago, and it was like, "Hey, look, they're back." I was like, "Damn, I can't believe you remember that." But yeah, dude, that was. I still can't figure this one out. We couldn't remember. We thought that like they were down in Compton somewhere, and then they stopped posting, but. Really cool stuff, man. Yeah,
it's interesting because it makes sense when you understand like a pour, and like I think Zimitko has talked about it before. How putting things going upwards so that way when it's pouring, it's. But either way, it's still like what the friggity, dude, just gorgeous. Oh. Yeah. And like these, I don't know if you saw these. Toy Saurus was posting up the Ectoglow Batman and like the ectoplasm. Fucking sharp, man.
Dude, and you know what? Toy Saurus, that's one that kind of vanished for a little while. I think we even probably mentioned them a couple times when we thought when we were thinking of accounts that aren't really around anymore. And he came back hard, man. They Toy Saurus, I think. I can't remember what the figure's called. I have it pictured in my head, but that's one of the very first. That's a very early piece that I bought. Was from Toy Saurus.
I remember for a while they were doing the massive Ghostbuster companions.
Yep. Exactly.
But I think this is fucking cool, man. There's something about the way that they went about designing that with the jetpack on the back that you can actually take off or put on, and
that glow was filthy, dude. Holy smokes.
Cleverly done.
Yeah. Nice. Way nice. God dang.
Speaking of small accounts doing cool shit, we've shown these guys a few times. Brimwood Creations. These are fucking amazing. This is another one of Suki. Suki's got those eyes for tiny accounts. No, that came off so rude. Suki knows how to find the good accounts that we're not following. Their algorithm seems on a totally different trajectory than ours. And
yeah,
shit like this is so fucking cool, man.
Those are really cool, dude. I saw those and I'm just like, and isn't it funny, dude? Then you start to wonder, you're like, God, where have we been? Where have we been? You know? Or not even that. I think the bigger mystery is, how come we haven't seen this yet?
you know, what's happening, and if I cut out, I apologize, but it's the weirdest thing. We're having a crazy thunderstorm earlier, and my
Oh, that
internet's
explains it.
on, but if I try and go to this person's account right now, nah.
Oh, that's
Tried
weird.
finding Snooki's account a moment ago, nah.
Oh, that's weird.
Try and scroll further down their page, nah. It's like, oh, jump.
Whoa, dude, what is that? Is that pewter? What is that?
Well, that's.
Bronze?
I wanted to go. It must be some kind of fucking cold cast copper.
Oh, there you go. Oh, copper.
Interesting.
Bronze. Yeah.
Look at that.
Those are
21 copper jacks.
And that's the same account.
Same account. Yeah.
Oh man, those are so cool, dude.
What is going on?
And see, that's another great example, dude, of like how much stuff is out there that we just
Right?
we don't know, you know.
Those leaves are fucking hand sculpts as well. Interesting. Weird. The overlaps, eh? They actually ended up participating in the giveaway question this week too, which was neat to see.
Yes, exactly. This guy.
I was at work the other day and I couldn't help but to my colleague, I could tell even too, they were like, oh yeah, that's really cool. But I couldn't help but show off the newest commission they did.
Oh.
The fuck, my dude. The fuck, my dude. I'm not licking anything, Death and Strawberries. I don't know what.
Bro. More hits than Tony Gwynn. I'm telling you. This dude is, and actually that was the that's how the whole giveaway question came up this week. Is I was having a conversation with him, and I could sense the frustration that, you know, he had these Ganeshes, these mini ones that just weren't selling. And so it kind of, you start looking at it from outside of the artist perspective and say, well, why aren't people buying that piece at that price? Then you get into shipping, and then you get into like price points of other products that they have. And then, I don't know, it's weird, dude. I think there's a whole lot of other stuff at play. But his, you know, the situation with those is actually what brought the question up. But the cool thing is, you know, the 5.5, a master, right? But then all his other scale stuff, which there's not a whole lot of, just as good, man. This thing is, dude, look at that shield. Are you kidding me? That's so damn good, dude. That almost looks fake, man. That almost looks like it's AI.
A lot of their stuff like that. And well, you know what? And I don't want to say unfortunately, because it makes it seem like we're talking down on 3D printing, but for artists like this, it's difficult to explain to people it's not 3D printed. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that we're trying to poop on 3D printing. It's not that like one takes more, but it's like, it's kind of hard to explain to people. It's like, well, this person had to basically sculpt that shield from scratch and make that weapon. And anyways.
Strawberries. That was good, dude. That was good. Boy, those people fucked up, didn't they? Holy shit, bro. That thing caught fire real fucking fast. Woo!
You know, I've been assuming it's just the same as what was her name there? That chick back in like there's a term that's based on her.
Whoa, dude.
But you just got one of these. I think you need this one too, right?
I didn't get that. No, dude. I wish I would have got that.
Well, like Toyco has just fucking been killing it, dude.
Dude, but that glow though, or
gorgeous.
UV, or oh my god, dude, that's just.
Yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. I love when the glow is different than the color. Like you get this like teal-y green here, and then fucking bam, bluey purple.
Yeah. And you know what's really cool, dude, is like even the solid ones are cool, the painted ones are cool, the ones that are painted solid are cool, but then also the translucent ones like that, that also have stuff inside and just a translucent glow. I mean, dude, look how sick that is.
Oh yeah, magical. That hair inside of there, I can't figure out what that is.
That's dope, man.
Beautiful. Dope. If anybody hasn't yet, make sure that you sign up for the Yo-Yo Dine toy happening. Silent but deadly. I can't talk or think apparently. Co-hosted Pikmin Vinyl and Yo-Yo Dine toy division. they've got this all silent but deadly ninja bootleg toy art show going on. Right, that was a mouthful for some reason. Stroking out over here. And oh, don't even.
Yeah.
Kajiki and Cave Dweller Toys, they're another affiliate of the future. If you guys have not signed up, I don't know if there's spaces left.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were going to put a cap on that one at some point. But that'll be cool, man. We'll be looking at that for sure.
And then, of course, we've been to the Assembly Required page. We've been to their website. We've been to the Space Lab site. I think we hit all of our tabbies. Look at us go tonight, man.
Nice, dude. Nice. The other one that I think is coming up that I don't think it's so much of a, there's not much of a reveal of it, right? But that Wonder Goblin retrospective show on the 26th, I believe, dude. I've seen some stuff posted from that has just blown my mind, dude.
And also, there's one more in my old little noggin kicking around here. This is Not a Toy Store. Has their troll show right around the bend. Everybody's starting to kind of post some of those as well.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. And the other thing, just to follow up on this, is the ETC Buddha Tour show, man. That was on a weekend, I believe, and we did not cover it, but I know there was some super cool stuff out there. And check the artists. I think some of that stuff is still for sale, but there's some really, really cool stuff.
And that fucking dank ass swamp vinyl they've got is en route back to their home as well. So
yeah, absolutely, dude.
Is ETC Canadian?
No, I know that he was I believe he was in Utah when I first met him, and now I think he's in Colorado. Something in that area, I would say. How about the giveaway, dude?
I guess we could.
The question for that, it was kind of just what we were talking about with Jevaho and the shipping on the international. So first of all, thanks everybody that responded to that one. I thought that was a really good one. And mostly what I think we were trying to do there was just generate some ideas for the people that are in the international community.
What?
What's that? It was, but anyways, there was some really good, and I think everybody was kind of on the same page about how to get around some of that stuff, not only from a seller perspective, but from a buyer perspective too, which I think was cool. But at the end of the day, man, it's still kind of a crapshoot. It sucks, dude. I think, when the shipping is more than the piece. And then I think some people were very honest that like, hey, that is kind of a factor for me when that happens. So anyways.
If I may for a moment. So basically, if you guys know how, you can half screen your screen with things. So we're about to hop into the giveaway here. I know I'm about to share screen up above. I wanted to half screen with all the names. When I went to pull our screen up as the other half screen, my mouse started clicking on all the fucking stupid comments in the chat. But then as I started to try and click to remove that one of you would comment bumping. So instead of me hitting hide on the next one, it would then show the one below it. That is what happened. You're on, dude.
Got it. Damn it. Stop it. Stop that. I may or may have not ordered some You're on Mute stickers.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I did. Let's take a look at all this stuff real quick, dude. Holy smokes. So this is Social Media, the Fifth Horseman from King Spider. Dude, look at that. That is super sick. Very nice. I don't know how we're going to divide all this stuff up. When people get it in the mail, they're just going to be surprised with what they got because there's so much of it. I'm not sure how to divide it up yet. False Idols from Addy Toy. The Dark Lord. That's a cool one, man. It's a we've given out some of these before. This one here was courtesy of DKE.
That's a sick piece, man.
Yeah, that's a cool one, man. And I don't think I put DKE in the post, but thank you, Dub, for supplying that. Carewalk.
You have to blow a kiss. Remember? There you go.
My girlfriend's like, "What the fuck are you doing, you weirdo?" Carewalks. Boom. That's from Yuckamuck. That's a very cool one. Yuckamuck stickers. How about this one, dude? The Yuckamuck sticker. We looked at this before, but that's from O'Keefe, man. Phantom Lake. That's a limited edition sticker. If you know, you know. How about this one? Space Punk Toys. Space Punk Toys from Asheville, North Carolina. Really, really strong 3.75 game. Take a look at their account there. Not a whole lot of stuff on there, but the stuff that is on there, super sick. Very worth it. Always at a very nice price. We'll give away one of those. Basement Sludge. Got a double pack of these. These were off the table at assembly required in North Carolina recently in February. So thank you, Basement Sludge, for those. Oh, man. A T-Boo from Shotgun Karaoke. Speaking of international sellers, straight from Finland on that one. Also, we have talked with him extensively about shipping costs and some ways to try to get around that. Acidine Toys. Bam. Jack O resin right there. And these are from a line called Old Skull that he's doing, but those are very clean. Wreck Shop Resin. Little pile up. Car pile up there. Plastic Vomit Customs. Imperial Technician. Ice clear on that one. Von Fake Name. A skull. Von Fake Name. A magnet. Von Fake Name. Another glow skull. And that's what we got. So like I said, we will divide this up somehow. We're going to do 2 giveaways for this one, but thank you everybody who donated to that one. That is one of the larger giveaways we have done, I think, on the show ever. Von Fake Name, you know that guy. Yes. Yes. How many did we end up getting on the wheel tonight?
42 on the wheel tonight.
Wow, 42.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
A nice little turnout.
That's pretty good. So here's something that's funny. Look at this, dude. So 42 on the wheel, right? But 89 comments, which means not only did we respond to them, of course, but then there's some other back and forth going on there, which is cool. So Jazz Wizard said Basement Sledge so underrated. Agreed. Cool. Check that one out. So we'll do the first spin right now and see who's going to get half of this pile of loot here.
Let's do it up. I love how ghetto some of the fits and I say will always be like this here. One of my faves. Our number
32.
That'll be Hobo Toys.
Hobo Toys, man. So this is going to be from a maker standpoint for sure. He said he'd send some extra freebies so they get some more bang for their buck. Yeah, and no one says you're obligated to do that. He thinks that's the way to kind of ease the shipping for a buyer. I would agree, saying that, yeah, that's probably one way that you could do it. There's probably a bunch of different ways that you can do it. And the solutions for this or ideas that were generated are really cool. Hobo Toys also, I think the pre-order closed for the Hobo Toys magazine, the 2nd edition. So looking forward to getting that. That's a great magazine. If you can get in on issue number 3, definitely do that. It's like $20. You're like stupid if you don't do that. But yeah, that's, from a maker standpoint, I could see that. I think we've all been on the receiving end of opening up a box and going, holy shit. You know what I mean? I know I didn't order all that.
I think that's probably one of the most common answers, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I think that's probably goes to show, probably speaks more to the artists in the scene. And I don't think a lot of people would even think of that. How many times have you ordered from somebody not in this scene, a product in general, and you paid a lot for the shipping, and so what? You know what I mean? You get it and you got whatever you ordered. There's nothing extra in there. There's not even a sticker in there. There's a fucking receipt that says, hey, here's how much you paid me.
Oddly, and I think most would agree with this, love notes are always one of the sweetest, man. Because time and energy from somebody taking that little moment to just write a little, like, thanks.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I think one day when I have like a zillion hours of free time, I'll make some sort of collage and frame it with all the handwritten stuff on there, dude. But that's something that I noticed right away when you started buying stuff, is that you do get stuff like that. And that's just another thing coming from a buyer and not an artist that you get, and you're like, wow, that's not typical. That's not something normal. That's out of the ordinary. And you're right. It's cool.
On the dark days, I just empty a bag of those out on the bed, and I just start rolling around in them like a puppy who comes inside.
That's cool. That'll work.
You want to spin this wheel again?
Yeah, let's do it again, man. Oh man, Hobo Toys was the first one. Second one is 27.
Tycho's Tacos.
Tycho's Tacos, man.
Hey,
how about that? Dude, that one I might not even have to mail that one. That's within driving distance, which is cool. I can't find his reply, man. What was his reply? Oh, there he is. Oh, great one, dude. If I want it, I'll pay the shipping. That's a very point blank. That's a great answer, dude, because I've made that decision multiple times. Like, if the shipping, that's, hey, if you want it bad enough, hey, it is what it is, man. It's just part of it, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, Fletch truly is on a roll. Hell yeah, dude. He said, let the prizes keep rolling in. That's cool. Congrats, Fletch. That's awesome, man. But yeah, that's definitely part of it too, where sometimes the price sometimes it's not even a factor. Sometimes it is the factor. So, yeah.
Somebody else had mentioned it. I think it might have been Micah had mentioned it. And we've talked about it 1,000 times. Sometimes it can be, and Pocket Toyco mentioned as well, what's that called when it arrives here? Duties, the duty fees. Sometimes it's the conversion fees. Like, without being a goober, sometimes something that's $20 for, as a Canadian, it actually ends up being closer to like the 30, 35 mark. That $15 or $5 shipping might actually be closer to like the $25, $30 mark. You're now just basically something that you originally saw and you were like, oh, that's so sick, it's only 15. And you're actually looking at paying closer to maybe 60 by the end of the day. And then it arrives and you get a letter telling you got to pay $20 to pick it up. You're like,
yeah,
fuck. And yes, you love the piece. Yes, it's not the maker's fault. No, you don't hold anybody accountable beyond yourself. You try and tell yourself, I wanted this. It's all good. Like, this is part of the game. But it is a little harder to be like, oh, fuck, that added up quick. You know what I mean? Like, it just happens. Like, that's where. So I definitely, some of those answers in the chat, I get it as well. But just like anybody, yeah, at the end of the day, then it comes down to that point of, well, how bad do I want it?
Yeah. Well, and some of the other good answers where people, say that internationally, and I know that people do this with titty bean. I know that people do it with plastic vomit outside the country, is just kind of building a box. And then once you have enough, if it's something that you buy on a regular basis, paying one flat shipping fee for, 5 figures, I think that's a lot more easy to swallow than, for, $30 shipping for one figure that costs you $20. And the one thing that's really hard to see, man, is when you see an international artist with prices that are just way below what you think they should be, and they do it because they're trying to make up for the shipping. That's unfortunate, man, because then I think you're undervaluing your work. Another thing that's really tough too, man, is, and in Jevaho, and this is nothing against Jevaho, dude, because I think when we talk about 5.5 pieces, he's at the top of the mark, right? That market though, for a piece that's about 150, that's a smaller market than a piece that's under $30, in my opinion, right? So then when you throw a piece in there that is currently what he's got at about 18 euros, which is roughly the same, 18 to $20. I think that piece, it's an easy add-on piece, right? That's an easy add-on piece if you're getting something that's not at the 150 mark. So it's hard to pay 150 in that limited market and then add on something. I think that's a limited market anyways. But then if you have like a smaller piece like that, and then you're trying to add it on to a piece that's maybe $30 or $40, that to me just mentally makes a little bit more sense. But then you start getting into all the other stuff like we just talked about, right? Maybe you just really want it. Maybe you know that it's quality, and it is. It's, the same quality that he's got in those, same as the 5.5. They're exquisite.
We talk all the time that the homies make nothing doing this. They're lucky if they break even on their materials, let alone the time. So like right off the hop, it's kind of like, yeah, we know that they're losing. Then they're not responsible for the shipping. They're not responsible for the PayPal fees. You know what I mean? That's where it's kind of like it. Like as a collector, you have to almost remove those. Those aren't the art you're buying. Those are the costs for you to get the art in your hands, and that's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all that stuff plays a factor, dude. The stuff that we looked at tonight, if the shipping was double what I actually paid, I still would have paid it. You know what I mean? For sure.
All that said, if you get an opportunity like the convention happening in August 8th in Philadelphia, to be able to see these people firsthand and grab some work from them in person and avoid the shipping altogether, you should probably do that. Might be a fun time.
You should probably do that. Also, here's something that we have not advertised yet, but we do have that sitting in our mailbox, and we got to get on it. But we also have there's a discount code for us for assembly required tickets. So if you're going to be there in person and you want to use, I believe it's about 15% off. We'll start posting that here in the next coming days as we get closer. But yeah, if you're going to go there and buy a ticket, why not buy it from us? Why not? Or not? How about just go? Buy a ticket from somebody and go. Yeah. That'd be cool.
These Yahoos go home?
We should, man. Free shipping in person at AR. You got that right, Retrozone Neon. That's cool. Retrozone Neon will be on the show next week with Zimico and with the Duke will be in the house. We will talk about those Obscuros and that new little double cast he put out. Just kind of slid that one right under the radar. Don't think I didn't see that, Duke. Yeah. It's going to be a good one, man.
After hit
tonight. Yeah, and plus everybody that donated to the giveaway, man. There was a lot of people involved in that one tonight. So thank you very much.
Night, gang. You guys all have a good night. Appreciate you all hanging out. Boom.